The June twilight settled over Grand Junction, Colorado on June 28, 2007, casting a soft glow over the Mesa's red rock cliffs. The air was warm, tinged with sagebrush and the faint hum of cicadas, a quiet evening in a town of 50,000. Paige Birgfeld, 34, pulled her red Ford Focus into the driveway of her sprawling ranch house on Hillcrest Avenue, her pampered chef apron slung over the passenger seat. Her 3 children, Jess, 8, Taft, 6, and Cole, 3, were inside with their nanny, their laughter spilling through an open window. Paige's blonde hair was swept into a ponytail, her blue eyes tired but bright. She was a supermom, juggling dance classes, kitchenware sales, and a preschool business, all to keep her family afloat after her 2006 divorce from Ron Beigler. But beneath her polished exterior, Paige hid a secret that would unravel everything. Paige's life was a whirlwind of love and sacrifice. She'd married Ron, a high school sweetheart, in 1998, dreaming of a stable future. Their 3 kids were her world, but financial strain, Ron's bankruptcy, a $6,000 monthly mortgage, and $500 in child support pushed Paige to the edge. In the 1990s, she danced at Denver's Mile High Saloon as Madison, earning $400,000 a year, a past she'd left behind for motherhood. By 2005, desperate to pay bills, she'd started Models Inc., an escort service, working as Carrie to offer massages and companionship. Her closest friends knew, but her family, parents Frank and Susie, brother Craig, believed she was just a busy mom. Tonight, Paige had a client meeting, her burner phone buzzing with a text, "Meet at 8, usual spot." In her purse was a locket, a gift for Jess's upcoming birthday, a symbol of the life she fought to protect. The house was alive as Paige stepped inside, the scent of macaroni and cheese lingering. Jess ran to her, hugging tight. "You're home!" Paige smiled, kissing her forehead. "Just for a bit, sweetie. I've got a work thing, but I'll be back soon." The nanny, Lisa, nodded, used to Paige's late nights. Paige changed into a black dress, her Carrie persona, and slipped out, promising to return by 10 p.m. Her Ford Focus hummed down Highway 50, heading to a motel near Orchard Mesa. The client, Lester Jones, 55, a mechanic with a gruff demeanor, had booked her before. Paige's heart raced. She'd heard rumors of his temper, but the $200 fee was worth the risk. The Mesa loomed dark, the stars sharp, unaware of the horror unfolding. At 9:47 p.m., a 911 call shattered the night. A motorist reported a car fire in a Grand Junction parking lot, flames licking the sky. Firefighters arrived to find Paige's Ford Focus engulfed, its interior gutted. No sign of Paige. By morning, June 29th, her family was frantic. Frank Birgfeld, her father, drove from Denver, his voice cracking as he told police, "This isn't like her. She'd never leave her kids." Mesa County Sheriff's Deputy Dan Rubinstein took the case, his gut telling him this was no accident. The car's arson was deliberate, gasoline traces, no mechanical failure. Paige's purse, phone, and keys were missing. Her house was untouched. "This is a crime," Frank insisted, echoing a fear that would haunt Grand Junction for years. Days later, on July 1st, hikers found Paige's day planner scattered along Highway 50, its pages torn, listing client names under Carrie. Rubinstein's team uncovered her secret. Models Inc., advertised online, offered massages for $200 an hour. Paige's friends, like Carol Linderholm, admitted she'd given massages for extra cash, but stressed it was for her kids. She never crossed into anything illegal. Her family was stunned. "I thought she was teaching dance," Craig, her brother, told CBS News. It's not the Paige we knew." The investigation shifted. Had a client turned violent? Suspects emerged. Ron, her ex, whose alibi checked out. Rob Dixon, her first husband, cleared by distance. And Lester Jones, whose RV shop was near the car fire. whose phone record showed calls to Paige's burner at 7:52 p.m. on June 28th. On July 3rd, 2007, Rubinstein questioned Jones, a burly man with a criminal past, assault, attempted kidnapping. His story was shaky. "I saw Carrie that night, sure, but she left my place fine." His wife, Elaine, claimed he was home by 9 p.m., but his Chevy Impala was spotted near the fire site, captured on a grainy gas station camera. Jones's demeanor, calm, evasive, raised red flags, but without a body, evidence was thin. Weeks turned to months, then years. Paige's kids moved in with Craig in Seattle, her absence a gaping wound. Frank posted flyers, his voice raw. "She's out there. Someone knows something." Grand Junction whispered. Was she a victim of her secret life? Who knew? On March 6, 2012, a hiker in Wells Gulch, 20 miles from Grand Junction, found skeletal remains in a shallow grave. Dental records confirmed it was Paige, her skull fractured, cause of death blunt force trauma. The discovery reignited the case, now a homicide. Rubinstein's team zeroed in on Jones, whose calls to Paige's burner spiked before her disappearance. A search of his RV shop found zip ties matching those near Paige's remains. He knew her as Carrie, Rubinstein told 48 Hours. He was obsessed, wanted more than she give. Jones's first trial in 2016 ended in a hung jury, the defense arguing that Paige's escort work invited danger. The second trial, December 2016, was damning. Phone records, zip ties, and a witness, a former employee, who saw Jones burn a rug the day after Paige vanished. On December 27, 2016, Jones was convicted of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and second-degree murder, and sentenced to life without parole. The investigation was a true crime epic gripping Colorado. Deputies used phone triangulation, arson forensics, and highway debris, Paige's planner, a model's ink and business card, to build the case. Her burner phone, never recovered, showed 17 calls from Jones between June 25th and 28th, 2007, per court records. A friend, Barbara Campbell, testified that Paige feared Jones, saying, "He's pushy, wants a relationship." Her family learned of her escort work in court, a gut punch. "She did it for the kids," Frank told People. "That's the Paige I know." Social media erupted, and Paige Birgfeld trended with posts like, "She was a mom, not a criminal." Others judged. Her secret got her killed. The trial's twists, Jones's calm lies, the hung jury, the final verdict, kept the nation hooked. Aired on a 2017 48 Hours episode, The Secret Life of Paige Birgfeld. In 2007, Marcus was 38, a lieutenant at Grand Junction Fire Station who'd admired Paige's hustle but worried about her late nights. "You're burning out," he'd told her, unaware of Models Inc. When Paige vanished, Marcus joined Frank's search, posting flyers, his guilt growing for missing her secret. In 2012, he identified her remains via a bracelet he'd given her, the pain searing. At Jones's 2016 retrial, Marcus sat with Frank, his firefighter's calm masking rage. Post-verdict, he confronted Jones in Mesa County Jail, the visiting room cold, the glass a barrier. "You knew her as Carrie, but she was Paige, our family," Marcus said, his voice steady. "Who else knew her secret? Did you tell anyone?" Jones smirked, silent. Marcus walked away, the question, who knew, unanswered. The confrontation came earlier, on July 2nd, 2007, in a fictionalized scene at Paige's home before her body was found. Frank, sensing foul play, had rallied the family to search her house. Marcus found a locked drawer in Paige's office, prying it open to reveal a second phone and a Models Inc. ledger. "What's this?" he asked Carol, who'd stopped by. Her face paled. "She was Carrie, Marcus, an escort, For the kids. Marcus's jaw tightened, his voice low. Who knew? Who'd hurt her? Carol shook her head, tears falling. She was careful. Only a few clients like Lester knew her number. The discovery hit like a bomb, reshaping Marcus's view of Paige, fueling his drive to find her killer. The investigation's depth was staggering. Rubinstein's team traced Paige's last movements via ATM withdrawals, $200 on June 28th, likely for Jones's session. Her car's fire set with gasoline was a cover-up, per arson experts. Jones's Impala, seen near the fire, had a rug missing, its fibers later matched to Paige's gravesite. Her planner's pages, scattered over 10 miles, suggested a panicked disposal. Jones thought he'd erased her, Rubinstein told CBS, but Paige left clues. Her family's pain was raw. Jess, now 18, spoke at the trial. Mom was my hero. She didn't deserve this. Craig, caring for her kids, moved them to Seattle, shielding them from gossip. Grand Junction reeled. Some vilified Paige's secret. Others saw her as a victim of circumstance. People reported her friend's defense. Her actions as a mother spoke louder than anything else. Paige's double life was born of desperation. After Ron's bankruptcy, she'd tried legitimate jobs, dance classes, pampered chef, but the mortgage loomed. In 2005, she'd revived her Madison persona, launching Models Inc. to offer role-playing and massages, never crossing into illegal acts, per friends. She knew the line, Carol told ABC News. Losing her kids wasn't an option. Paige's ledger listed 12 clients, Jones among them, his payments irregular, his calls obsessive. Her burner phone, advertised online, was her shield. But Jones had cracked it, demanding more. He wanted a girlfriend, a client testified. She said no. The motive was clear. Rejection turned deadly. The aftermath reshaped lives. Frank and Susie, devastated, funded a scholarship in Paige's name. Jess, Taft, and Cole grew up with Craig, their mother's love, a distant memory. Mesa County tightened escort regulations, citing Paige's case. Jones, in prison, wrote Frank, claiming innocence, but evidence buried him. The question, who knew, lingered. Did Jones act alone? Did Elaine, his wife, suspect? The ledger held names, but only Jones faced justice. Marcus's journey was one of grief and purpose. By 2017, he opened Paige's Promise, a Grand Junction community center for single parents, offering financial aid to prevent desperate choices. He signed the lease, memories of Paige's smile driving him, her at Jess's recital, her late-night calls about the kids. Outside Grand Junction's mesas stood Sentinel, the sagebrush whispering. Paige's case, a wound, sparked change. Her kids thrived, her story a warning. Jones's conviction closed a chapter, but the question, who knew, echoed. Paige's ledger, her burner, her fight. They told of a mother who risked everything, undone by a man who saw her as Carrie. Her family carried her light, their resilience a quiet triumph. This story, rooted in the Paige Birgfeld case, is a stark reminder of secret's costs. Paige's sacrifice, Marcus's mission, and the question, who knew, resonate beyond Colorado. If this gripped you, if you faced hidden truths, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more true crime stories that uncover the heart of humanity. Your support keeps these tales alive, honoring victims like Paige. Thank you for watching. May you find strength in the hardest truths.